Okay, so this video is for you if you're an agency, you're doing cold outreach, and you are struggling with consistent high reply rates in your campaigns. So we are going to talk about our proven 4-step cold email sequence that guarantees you 13% plus replies for your agency. So we put together those 30 pages where I'm sharing the full sequence with templates that you can use in your agency, with examples and stats, and walking you through some case studies with different agencies that obtain those results. But most importantly, I'm walking you through the psychology behind why this strategy works. So it's a definitive guide to set a cold email sequence that generates a steady flow of new sales and meetings with your ideal customer profile at scale. So if you're like most people, your cold emails probably suck, and if you're serious about making money on cold emails, then this guide is for you. So first off, we are walking you through some case studies with different type of agencies in very crowded spaces and still get those crazy results. So we have Lucas, who runs a social media agency, and he gets around 20% reply rates and 85% open rates on his emails. So it's thanks to, as he says in this video, hyper-personalized videos to reach our leads and actually stand out from the crowd. So you have his video in this link right here. And then you have Jason, who runs automation agency and made $15,000 from one campaign. So this is a email I got from Jason, and you can watch his full video here. And then we have Nicholas, who runs a paid ads agency, and Nicholas was doing manual looms in his cold outreach before he found Replic, and he's still today getting 12 to 15% reply rates with Replic without the need to put all of the time for manual looms and not needing to have the same consistency. So now he can scale this approach and reach out to all of his leads and still make the same impact. And then we have Jordan Platten, who many of you may know, who's running a marketing agency called affluent.co, and he doubled his response rates, and he's breaking down his campaigns in this video here and his strategy. So if you didn't have the chance to watch this video, make sure to click this link. And then you have Sam, who runs a cold email agency, and he's getting 80% click-through rates from his videos. So as he says, we get considerably more opportunities and higher click-through rates when we are running personalized emails and personalized videos compared to when we just did standard emails. We've seen a crazy click-through rate and crazy open rates. And you can watch Sam's video right here. So these are just a few of many agencies that make more money with less time and effort through their cold outreach campaigns. And not only do they attract more prospective clients, but they also keep their ongoing clients happy by regularly getting high response rates. So this guide aims to show you how to do the same. So we have been doing lead generation since 2020 in our own agency. So we have been refining this strategy over the past 4 years. So we've done it in our offers and we've done it for ourselves. And now we're sharing the secrets with you. So this is for you if you're an SMMA, lead generation or marketing agency selling your services through cold email and you're not entirely satisfied with your current results, right? Or if you're looking to improve your performance on this outbound channel, or if you're tired of A/B testing different copies in your cold outreach and nothing seems to work, or if you spend way too much time on bad leads and still getting a miserable 2 to 3% reply rates with your cold email campaigns. So after we crafted hundreds of cold emails and LinkedIn outreach campaigns, we came to a realization, and in today's prospecting world, a compelling copy alone isn't enough. We needed to shift our focus to what truly matters to the recipients when they receive our emails or messages. And the answer is surprisingly simple, and they only care about themselves. So our goal is now to help you to do the same and discover how simple it is to make a bigger impact in less time thanks to a clear and smart strategy. So after implementing our sequence, you can receive replies from your ideal prospects like this. It's not only, like thank you or good to know, it's mind blown. Your email reach out and product generally is absolutely amazing. I just love it when people write good, well converting emails. The only cold outreach I ever responded to, first cold email that ever caught my eye, and awesome email, sincerely, no joke, one of the best emails I have received with specifics and details, and I really appreciate it. So these are just a handful of answers showing the power of this approach. And when we say 13%, it's really not to set the expectation too high, because we usually see reply rates of 15% or more. So here are 2 campaigns we did with Smart Lead, and you can see the reply rates right there. And you can also see the open rate right there, and then sometimes even 20% or above. And here's a example from Lemlist where we have 22% reply rates, and each reply is a new opportunity for sales. On average, 1 out of 3 replies is considered a positive reply, because at the end of the day, what we care about is not only the replies themselves, it's the conversations that are created with business owners that lead to revenue for your agency. So here's a disclaimer: this result is only possible if you have top-notch deliverability. Set up your DMARC, SMTP correctly, have warmed up your emails, and have a clean list of prospects matching your ideal customer profile. This is really, really important. And the bottom line is, if you're looking for the shortest and most cost-efficient way to gain new leads without cold calling and aiming to grow your agency, then this guide will show you how to do that. So we're going through some market trends. We hate generic messages, and we know you do too, but above all, we both know that your prospects hate them. So they get bombarded daily with messages on LinkedIn and email, and the average reader's attention span is shrinking, making it increasingly challenging for businesses to capture and hold their audience's attention. So the problem with cold outreach today is that it's too accessible. Everyone can send an email to anyone at any time. So this results in really crappy emails no one wants to read. They leave people like you and me annoyed rather than curious. Even if you might need their service, you will still feel resistant. Can you relate to that? So imagine for a moment that you are one of your prospects that receive these messages daily. What would happen after a dozen of these every single day? So you would simply stop reading and probably put them in trash. So what would actually make the message stand out to you? What would make you want to know what the sender has to say instead of putting it in trash? So most SMMA marketing agencies don't have the right approach when it comes to cold emailing. They think they do, but they actually don't. And the days of mass emailing are behind us, with restricted measures from email providers reshaping the play rules. So the pain today is the move away from the generic emails, because this is a method that used to work, and we had traditional outreach tools that worked, and now they are losing efficiency in the future if they don't adapt to increased personalization and attention. So, okay, what exactly is a good cold email sequence? So I want you to bear with me, because when you read this, you might think that this is something you have seen before, but I can promise you that this is something you've never seen before. So make sure to watch when I walk through the 4 templates and what those actually mean. Okay, so here's a short summary. Email number 1, send a short first email, 175 characters max, outlining a common pain of the industry, and then asking permission to provide a free resource. And then email number 2, send personalized videos, but at scale, with previews that tailored to each prospect's website or social media in the background of your video to capture attention and achieve higher click-through rates, ensuring maximum viewership. Send innovative ChatGPT screenshots customized for each prospect at scale that will surprise your prospects. And then you conclude with a breakup email, gently expressing that this is the final outreach while reiterating the value proposition in more detail this time. Okay, so here is why it works. People don't care about you. This is something we really need to remember, okay? Really remember that throughout all the steps before you hitting the send button. This will change your mindset, going from me to their perspective. An easy example for this is, instead of pitching, you say name you probably hate and mentioning problems and challenges for that specific target. So make the prospect join your conversation in their head, where they are secretly thinking, you get me, what do you have? So what you're doing is that you switch from pitch to problem, and this will lead you to building trust and credibility. And this is the foundation of any successful interaction, right? And then you will also catch their attention, which is super crucial in this digital landscape today. And pattern interrupts are designed to break the norm and grab attention. So what we want to do is that we want to use unexpected elements in your outreach to disrupt the usual patterns, making your message more noticeable and creating memorability, so people remember experiences that differ from the ordinary. Pattern interrupts create memorable moments in the minds of your prospects. When your outreach stands out, your brand becomes more memorable, increasing the likelihood of a positive response. And fostering curiosity. Curiosity is a powerful motivator. Introducing an unexpected element in your outreach piques curiosity and makes your prospect want to learn more. By leaving room for curiosity, you invite engagement and open the door for deeper conversation. So think about it. If you're sending an email where you're giving them all the information and they are not curious about anything, then why would they want to have a meeting with you, right? So all of this is going to obviously lead to increased response rates. So when your outreach breaks patterns and resonates emotionally, it becomes more compelling. Prospects are now more likely to respond to messages that capture their attention and trigger a positive emotional response. And pattern interrupts sets the stage for meaningful conversations and increase the likelihood of achieving your outreach goals. By shifting the focus from yourself to the prospect, you'll create a more compelling and engaging outreach campaign. This personalized approach not only increases the likelihood of a positive response, but also lays the groundwork for building meaningful relationships with your target audience. So when done right, it just works. So here are a few screenshots from our live chats with different type of agencies, and we're having users saying that it's easier to close deals because you already established a connection with the prospect with the video that they saw before they booked the meeting. And also they're sharing their amazing results here and the meetings that they booked with this strategy. So cold outreach is no longer just a numbers game. Now it has become a delicate dance of psychology and communication. So understanding the core of human behavior is key to craft compelling messages that resonates with your audience. Generic messages overwhelm prospects, resulting in low response rates and missed opportunities. The need for personalized communication has never been more crucial. So tailor your messages and introduce yourself in a way that no one else does. Personalization is the key to break through the noise and establish a connection with your prospects. When recipients feel like the message was tailored specifically for them, they're more likely to engage with it. So traditionally, personalization in cold emails was just mentioning the recipient's name or referring to their company name. While these tactics are still valuable, they may not always be enough to stand out in the crowded inbox. Okay. So now we're understanding why this works. We need to interrupt patterns. We need to stand out. We need to send something that they're not expecting of us. So this is what we're playing with, and we are piquing their curiosity, and we are playing with human elements. So what is it that we're doing? So now I'm going to walk you through the 4 full templates of this sequence. So step number 1 is this short email plus free resource. And as we mentioned, the first email should be short, 175 characters max, outlining a common pain of the industry and then asking permission to provide a free resource. So why do we start off like this? Your recipient is inevitably skimming their inbox. So sending long paragraphs will make it harder for them to read quickly, even if you optimize the number of words. And if they have to put work into reading your emails, they won't reply. So that's why it needs to be very short. So here's a research that Lemlis did on how many words a cold email should be for the highest conversion rate, to get the idea. So how long should your cold emails be? And this is the number of words, and the perfect number of words is 120. You can see that this is the highest booking rate, and the longer the emails with more words, the less bookings you will get. Okay, so besides the short email, we also share a free resource. To get an answer, you need to offer something useful for free in exchange for your target's attention. So what you need is a specific type of bait to attract a business owner, and through your valuable resource, they will see you as someone who can help them. So especially for selling high-ticket services, people want to get information and be sure you are good at what you do. So providing a well-crafted free resource with testimonials will help you gain trust, and you won't even need to convince your prospects when they agree to have a call with you. Okay, so here is our template structure. So number 1 is subject line with only lowercase. And why is that? Because you don't want the email to look like a marketing email, because you are not a marketer, right? And you start off with a pain you know that they have, and then you're mentioning a solution provided by your service, and ending with a soft call to action. So here you have an example. Subject line, a new idea for your agency. Hi, first name. 62% of marketing agency founders say that their emails don't get enough replies. Pain. So obviously we have a prospect list here with only marketing agency founders, okay? And then we say, I have an innovative 4 email sequence template that brings us 20 plus meetings a week with over 13% plus reply rates consistently. So solution provided by your service. Would you mind if I share? So this is a very soft call to action. And why does this work? So humans are wired to reciprocate, offering a value upfront, whether through insights, resources, or personalized recommendations, sets a positive tone for the interaction. So when recipients perceive value, they are more likely to reciprocate with engagement. So here's a bunch of different good replies that we got. And then we're jumping into step 2, personalized videos at scale. So the second step in the sequence is send personalized videos at scale with previews tailored to each prospect's website or social media background to capture attention and achieve higher click-through rates, ensuring maximum views. Okay, so a personalized video in your outreach strategy helps you to break through the noise, get a response, and book more meetings, because so many is only sending texts. So when you are one of the few that sends a video, only there you're going to stand out, right? So people who use automations and omni-channel approaches without getting the results they want are simply lacking one thing. So what they are lacking when they're using automations, all the ones that says automation doesn't work or whatever, it's just because they lack the human element. So this is what we want to add in the sequence. So automation without the human element lacks the power of emotions and persuasion. Instead of a long, boring text, we use a short and sweet email copy, and then we let the video make the impact. So instead of a video with their first name or company name that is commonly used in sales prospecting, they will see me and their own website or LinkedIn profile or Instagram profile or Google review profile and etc. in the background of my video. So this will prompt them to want to click and watch the video. And this is really a crucial thing, because you can send a video of yourself, and when a prospect sees you sending a video of yourself, why would they want to click and watch that? But when they see you and something that is personalized to them, like their website or like their LinkedIn profile or like their Instagram profile or TikTok profile, that will catch their attention, and that will make them want to watch that video, right? So here's our template structure. So number one, we're using the same subject line as the previous one to follow the same thread. And then we use a one-liner that make them curious to watch the video. We send the video with a personalized element in the background of your video. And then we end with a call to action that they can only answer if they watch the video. So here's the example. I have a new idea I'm explaining in the video that you might want to explore. Okay, so that's a one-liner. We say nothing, and when we don't say anything, it's gonna make people curious. And then they see me in the bubble in the corner, and this is a GIF, so this is a scrolling website. So it's gonna be, when you're sending this inside of an email, it's gonna be scrolling. And you can replace this website with their LinkedIn profile, as mentioned, TikTok profile, Google reviews, Indeed, job boards from LinkedIn, Twitter profiles. So the possibilities are endless. So what you want to do is that you want to pick one specific background that's adapted to each of your leads with the channel that makes sense for your product or service. Okay, and then we're ending this email with, would love to hear your thoughts on this, Tristan. So obviously he cannot answer my question if he doesn't watch my video. So this one is aimed to pique curiosity, and then we're making the video make it impact, and then we're pointing back to the video in our call to action. And obviously Tristan did like our email. And why this works, we emphasize the video by saying that there's something in the video that could be of value for them. If you never worked with video in your approach, it's hard to know what to say, how long it should be, and where to start. So here's a really quick breakdown of my video script to give you an idea. So I start off with a hook. I'm saying, I guess you clicked on this video because you saw your website in the background, because I know that this is the reason why they clicked, right? And then I'm addressing the niche. I'm reaching out to you because you seem to be an experienced automation user doing cold outreach on LinkedIn and emails today. So again, I make them understand that they received this video for a reason and not by coincidence. And then I give a solution to a challenge I know they face. I'm on a quest helping automation users like you to increase your impact and reply rates to book more meetings. So to be persuasive, the value statement must be tailored to the customer. And in this case it was. And then we are pitching a small pitch. When I know that they are listening, I give them a short pitch focused on the value I give. And then I'm asking for feedback. I'm curious, what's your take on video prospecting? And then there's a button on the video page that leads them to my webpage if they want to know more. And here comes the pro tip again. You're using the Meta Ads library or Instagram, TikTok video background to get more specific and personalized if you're an agency selling ads management on these platforms, for instance, or if you're a staffing company who want to take advantage of sales triggers for job boards such as LinkedIn or Indeed at scale with Replic. And here are the replies. Interesting concept, and your email worked because I watched the video, and thank you for reaching out and for the video of your high level approach. And then we booked that meeting. So that's the video part, which is really impactful because when they see you, they get this human element that we're talking about that is lacking if you're just doing automation with text, right? And then we have step 3. This one you really need to follow with me here because this one is really important. Okay, so this is the ChatGPT approach, and we are the only one on the market that provides this approach. So I want you to follow me carefully here to understand what this actually is. So send innovative ChatGPT screenshots customized for each prospect at scale that will surprise your prospects. So what is it that we're talking about here? Okay, so here's a breakdown of this strategy. So T-Bout shared this. on his LinkedIn profile. So he's saying like this: I've been prospecting with ChatGPT for 2 weeks. Here's how I get 50% reply rates. So step 1 is identify the top 3 challenges of my prospects. Sign up, log in to ChatGPT. Use the prompt, act like job title of company name, and list your top 3 challenges, short and concrete answers only. And what he will do is that he would manually attach the results in the conversation. So he would screen capture the results and attach them in my email or DM. And step 3, ask for their thoughts. Use a simple 1 to 4 words question. Examples: is this totally off? Thoughts sounds familiar. Okay. So what he's doing, he's sending a screenshot of ChatGPT answers adapted to his prospects. And this is what we're gonna do, because he gets 50% reply rates. So what we're doing is exactly this strategy, but we are scaling it. So instead of attaching the screenshots manually 1-to-1, we can actually create different answers from ChatGPT adapted to each lead. So I just want you to take a moment and understand what this is. So what we're doing is that we are taking your prospect list and we are replacing different variables in the prompts. So the first name, the company name, and maybe their industry, whatever variables you have. And then ChatGPT is going to give different answers to different leads. And this is going to be highly personalized. So to give you an example to show you here, here's a very short example. You obviously could have several hundreds or thousand different companies here, but here I'm using a prompt. Imagine you're Amit, founder of Asana. List 3 short reasons why you should add personalized videos and images in your cold emails to grow. And here ChatGPT gives an answer, and here this is Sam, founder of ChatGPT, and here this is the founder of Lemlist. And this is a prompt that you can change, obviously. You can say, list your top 3 challenges for 2024, list your top challenges when it comes to marketing strategy, when it comes to paid ads. You can be as creative as you want, but the core of this is that we're using the data of your prospects and then using the image of ChatGPT to put inside of our sequence. So here is our template structure. Subject line: I asked ChatGPT about you. Just having ChatGPT in the subject line is going to increase your open rates. So using their first name as a variable in the first sentence, and then using a prompt for your service to generate ChatGPT answers and send the screenshot of ChatGPT tailored to the recipient. 1 to 4 words question to end off the email: is this completely off? Thoughts sounds familiar. So we're just using the same strategy as T-Bot, but we're doing this at scale. So here is the example. Subject line: I asked ChatGPT about you. Trying ChatGPT on you, first name, to see if this is relevant. And then we're putting the screenshot of ChatGPT there. And you're using the prompt that would make sense for your product or service. And then we're finishing off with this short call to action. So why does this work? So firstly, this approach is highly personalized. By leveraging the lead's information and needs to tailor the content of the message, you're able to create a specific message that speaks directly to their needs. So this level of personalization helps to build trust and engagement with your leads, making them more likely to convert to a sale. And secondly, the use of screenshots in prospecting is very powerful. So screenshots provides visual context and convey information effectively. By combining screenshots with the ChatGPT answers, you're able to create a polished and professional message that is tailored to the recipient. This approach is a game changer for anyone doing cold outreach, as it allows you to create highly engaging messages that convert at scale. So finally, the use of short and simple call to action is an awesome conversation starter. And by using a 2 to 3 word call to action, you are able to create a sense of intrigue and curiosity in the mind of the recipient to make them even more curious and reply to your email. So this approach is proven effective, as it encourages the recipient to engage with you and learn more about what you have to offer. So here are a few replies from our ChatGPT screenshot approach. Creative idea to get in contact and make me smile, like your approach using ChatGPT, really nice approach and intro. Thank you. This is smart outreach, great outreach, engaging approach with ChatGPT. Ha ha ha. So, when you make a prospect smile and laugh, then you know that the connection is made, right? And then we have the last step 4, breakup email, and we're adding a personalized image in there. So the fourth and last step in the sequence is conclude with a breakup email, gently expressing that this is the final outreach while reiterating the value proposition in more detail this time. So in the last step, we're including a personalized image. Why do we do that? Lemley's analyzed millions of outreach campaigns to discover that to the right audience, images increase conversion rates. In fact, campaigns with images can have as much as 42% higher click-through rate than those without them. So here you can see the reply rates is increasing if you're having images. Ideally, just one image in the email. So here's our template structure. We're having the subject line prospecting struggles with lowercase. Again, addressing their pain points. Short pitch of how you make their life easier. Bonus if you can include stats in this statement. And if you're being too intrusive, chances are that you will miss the lead for good. So by directing them to your website, you'll have a last chance to convert them there. And then we're adding the image to make a lasting impression. So here's the example. Prospecting struggles. What agency owners often hate is their cold outreach response rates. Sending thousands of emails, crafting personalized messages, following up only for a meager 3% reply rate. So we're having a pain and we're having another pain. And then our tool solves this by allowing hyper-targeted personalization at scale, pushing response rates upwards of 15% without harming deliverability. So this is the solution that we provide. And then you're redirecting to their website. If you're curious, you can try it for free at replic.co. If not, I wish you good luck. And then we're adding this personalized image. As you can see here, we included the lead's first name inside of our image, and this is an AI image we generated out of a prompt. So what you can do here is that you can generate images like this, or you can use another prompt and put the lead's first name on a coffee cup or on a notebook or sticky notes or on a whiteboard. So you can be super creative with the prompts to come up with different images adapted to each of your leads that makes sense for you and your product or service, just to make a lasting impression without actually having pictures. You can just generate hundreds and thousands of images that are personalized and adapted to each of your prospects. And why this works, here you can have longer email as it's your last chance to show the value of your product or service. Follow-up emails typically need more context as your prospect may have forgotten your first message. So you may need to add some extra information so they understand what you're asking for. So adding a link to your website will get you traffic from people who appreciate your approach, but for some reason not enough to reply to you. So by going to your website, you will get a chance to convince them from there. And here are some stats that you can expect. And as you can see, this is from the case study we had before. Here we have 30% reply rates. Here we have example from Lemley's with crazy click-through rates. And what about deliverability, you may ask? One common concern when it comes to including videos or images in cold outreach emails is the fear of landing in the dreaded spam folder. However, the reality might surprise you. Properly formatted video emails are less likely to be flagged as spam compared to text-based emails. In fact, they tend to perform 2 to 3 times better in terms of engagement. So we're going to look at this chart here, what impacts the deliverability the most, the bigger, the most important. Okay, so the most important are warm up and boost, technical setup, and spam reports. Okay, and then we have sending volume and email bounce here as well. And when we're sending images or videos, because videos are actually not videos, videos is an image and a link. This is what we're sending. And you can see in the bottom here, the small pieces here, you can see this is the links and this is the images. So when you're sending videos, this is images plus links, and when you're sending images, it's this tiny little bit that it's going to affect the deliverability. And the key reason video emails are favored by email service providers is their inherent ability to boost engagement. So the email providers closely monitor the engagement levels of emails to determine whether they belong in the inbox or to the spam folder. When recipients engage with video content, it sends a strong signal to the email provider that the content is valuable, increasing the likelihood of landing in the primary inbox. And as click-through rates and engagement increase, reply rates will increase, and as a result, conversions will increase. And then we want to automate and scale this, right? So the opportunities to automate and scale your outreach efforts in a personalized way are endless. By leveraging tools like Make.com, Pabbly, and Zapier, you can connect various platforms and systems to create a seamless workflow that runs efficiently while you're sleeping. These integrations allow your tools to communicate with each other, enabling you to send personalized messages, track engagement, and nurture leads automatically. So building such a machine not only saves time but also ensures that your outreach is impactful and consistent, helping you building meaningful relationships and drive conversions effortlessly. So you can build different type of machines when you can automate and make your tool stack talk to each other. So I just made a video on a trigger for someone who visiting your website. So this is just an example. So as soon as someone is visiting your website, then we have a tool that can track that person, and then as soon as we track that person, we can send this information to make a personalized video, and when we have the personalized video, we can send it in an email to that person in real time. So when you know how to automate using tools like this, you're going to be able to create crazy lead generation machines with this. So summary and the next steps. To achieve a 13% plus reply rate that leads to many meetings, you need to structure your cold emails as follows. Start with a short text email addressing a common pain of the industry and asking to provide a free resource that speaks exactly about the problem of your ideal customers. Follow up with a personalized video at scale using Replic. Incorporate innovative ChatGPT screenshots customized for each prospect, and then conclude with a breakup email highlighting the pain point and offering your solution as a website. And then you create your own lead generation money machine with recommended cold email tools like Instantly, Lemlist, and SmartLead, but these are just examples. Very many of our users are using these tools, but you can use any cold outreach tool for LinkedIn and cold email. Either you are using the integration, or you can also use our API, or you can also connect with different automation tools as mentioned, and obviously in combination with Replic.co in order to have these hyper personalized approaches that I mentioned. And if you're still reading these lines, it means you made it to the end of this video. I want to congratulate you, because most people want to be at the top, but they're just too lazy to put in the effort. So if you're serious about upgrading your outreach approach and want to implement this strategy, then here's your chance. So to start off, you can try it off for free, and when you're ready to scale, you will get 20% off with the code more leads 20. So stop doing cold email like the rest 99% and instead do it like the top 1%. And then I'm going to finish up with some questions and answers. And the first question is, how does this work? So what we do at Replic is that we leverage your prospects list and use the data to create personalized outreach elements and at scale. So by using key insights from your prospect data, we're able to tailor the message to resonate with each individual recipient. Whether it's crafting personalized videos, dynamic images, or customized messages, the approach ensures that every interaction feels genuine and meaningful. So yeah, basically we want to use automation without making it look like automation, and leaving a lasting impact, and use human elements inside. So what distinguishes us from other tools? So we stand out by our video processing speed. It's very fast to process replic videos. We have seamless integrations with your tool stack. We have very unique video backgrounds like LinkedIn, Instagram, Indeed, TikTok for targeted outreach. And then we have the exclusive AI generated images of ChatGPT. So this combination ensures a bigger impact in less time. And a lot of people coming to our chat asking, will this get me more meetings? And I always say, if we could promise you that we will grab and hold your prospect attention for a minute or two to listen to what you have to say, then it all comes down to your offer and how compelling it is to them. So at the end of the day, grabbing and holding attention is really what matters in cold emails. And then we already touched up on the deliverability. It's a very big topic, and it depends on many different factors, like if your email is warmed up, if you have a dedicated or shared IP, your language, the quality of the addresses you try to reach out to, and a lot more other factors that's outside of our control. Since sending personalized messages typically increases your engagement, higher open rates, click-through rates, and reply rates, it rather boosts your deliverability, as email providers prioritize messages that receive positive interactions. And will this work for my target? I don't think they like videos or images. And this one I find a bit funny, because I don't know why people think that prospects stop being humans because they are joining an industry, reaching a certain level of seniority, or choosing to pursue a career in finance. We can assure you that no one wants another generic, formal, salesy business email or more of the same. So they have families, they laugh with their friends, they watch their favorite sitcom, and they are a person outside of their job title. So of course you should not be unprofessional, but half of the sales is about standing out and being memorable. And why will this work better than my normal sequence? Because you're not selling your offer. What you're selling is starting a conversation, and this is what we do. This strategy doesn't persuade people to buy from you. That's what you do on your sales call. That's your job. Instead, what we do is persuading them to just answer you, to start a conversation. We focus on interest rather than selling, and that's going to help you sell much, much more. So that's all for this long video. I hope that this was helpful for you. If you want to implement this and need help, please come to our live chat. I'm happy to talk more to you there and guide you through it. Otherwise, I hope to see you on the other side, inside of Replic, and let's make cold outreach better. Okay, have a good day and talk to you soon again. Bye.